We all have encounters with difficult people who leave us rattled and shaken. It might be a coworker who undermines you in front of your boss, or your friend who puts you down and then just says, "I'm just joking." Or maybe your spouse rages at you and then turns everything around to make you think it's all your fault. Most of us would prefer to minimize our contact with people like that. But sometimes it's just not possible. You may work with them, be married to them, or have some other connection that keeps you in regular contact with toxic individuals. For a long time, Christians have been taught simply to forbear and forgive. And while biblical in essence, most of us aren't exactly sure how to live it out in real life. We know that Jesus tells us that we're to love our enemy and pray for those who mistreat us, but actually doing it is much more challenging. The Apostle Paul counsels us in these instances to not be overcome by evil, but instead to overcome evil with good. But sometimes it feels like evil is stronger, and we struggle not to let it get the best of us. So I'm going to give you 5 specific ways I have found to be helpful to put these biblical truths into practice when dealing with a toxic or destructive person. First, press pause. As soon as you feel that poisonous dart, take a deep breath and pray for God's help. Because the words or the behaviors of another person have just knocked you off balance, and they will infect you with their toxic poison if you don't quickly apply an antidote. Second, don't panic and overreact, or be passive and underreact. Stay calm and don't fall for their bait. Try not to take what they've done or said personally, which is very tempting to do. Remember, the way someone treats you, whether it be good or bad, really has nothing to do with you. It's a statement about who they are. Third, ask yourself this question: what in this present moment do I need to learn or change in order to become more of the person I want to become? Here are a few things I have found I needed when I asked myself this question. I need more courage to speak up. I need more humility. Maybe there's something they're saying that's true. I need more generosity to forgive. I need to know how to speak the truth in love. I need to know how to set firmer boundaries. I need more patience. I need to not worry so much what other people think of me. I need to let go of my desire to make everyone happy. I need to know how to not let this person get the best of me or make me feel crazy. Believe me, it's very tempting in the moment to defend yourself or to let yourself be blamed for the problem, to be totally intimidated and overcome, or even to strike back with your own attack. But none of those ways will help you move forward with a toxic person. However, God does promise to use these painful moments for your good. Therefore, learn what you can from them and let go of the rest. Fourth, teach yourself how to respond from the person you want to be rather than just how you feel in the moment. Now, we do this all the time by being a responsible person and getting out of bed and going to work even when we want to sleep in, or getting up in the middle of the night with a sick child even though we don't feel like it. So if you must respond in the moment, speak out of that person you want to be and speak calmly, truthfully, and firmly, especially when you have to set a limit or say no. Refuse to engage in arguing, defending yourself, or circular, crazy conversations that go nowhere. And fifth, practice. And this takes a lot of work. Practice looking at this difficult or destructive person in a new way. Instead of just meditating on his or her faults or sin, I want you to look at them as a human being, and probably a broken, wounded human being at that. And when you can see a person this new way, they stop being such a big, scary monster in your life, and it's much easier to allow God to fill you with his love and compassion for this pitiful person who would be so blind as to treat you or anyone else in such a sinful way. Now, having this change in perspective doesn't excuse the toxic person or give him or her license to continue to do damage to you, but it does help you not to judge, and it empowers you to forgive him or her, even if you can't or shouldn't reconcile the relationship. But you can honestly pray for God's best for this person and leave him or her in God's capable hands. As Christians, you and I will surely encounter evil, but by practicing these 5 steps, you can learn to overcome evil's toxic effects in you with some good.